These old men are right here.
Manny, they're a combined age of 102 years old, I believe.
Yep, and they're as dusty as Adam Copeland's elbow pad.
Yeah. Why you got an ashy elbow pad? Why is your elbow pad ashy? You can lotion that up, Adam. I know it's from the cocaine from Stokely, but come on. Come on, bro. Come on.
Welcome, everyone.
It feels so good.
Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus Show. I'm, of course, the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes, and he is
the racially incisive Marcus the Grand Finale.
So
I told you Ricky was going to go off, Manny. I told you as soon as we start.
And you know what? I paid for a new microphone, hoping it wouldn't pick up this bullshit from all the way over there, but it's not. Maybe let me try this. How about now?
Yeah, no. She's loud and clear.
Damn it.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew Ricky was going to show. With the pre-show production, there was a dog barking, a big, strong, powerful black dog who I will follow into the revolution. Rico went over there and just started barking.
The day you follow a dog, I don't even think you'd follow Roman Reigns, the big dog.
I wouldn't follow JYD, Manny. Okay? I wouldn't follow Udio. But I'm just saying, the point is, that dog led the revolution. Rico went over there and was like, I gotta mend his fences, all right? I gotta bark back. And I knew it. She was gonna. It was the little dog barks back.
Speaking of racism,
oh.
TMZ decided to milk Hulk Hogan's death by doing a little show on it. What was it? The real Hulk Hogan or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
They had the very disgraced Vincent Kennedy McMahon on there.
You know the thing is about Vince, when you see him, he looks even more disgraced than what he is. Like, it just adds more to there was, the speculation of Vince is coming back. I seen Vince in this clip from TMZ for this. I was like, yeah, he ain't never coming back. Next time I see Vince, he might be dead. This could be it.
The way he's done his hair for this show, what was his look? Skunk?
Yeah, it's his hair, it's his face that's been all made up and done. It's all of it. It's like, why you don't even look human anymore.
Well, Vince decided to say Hulk Hogan is not racist.
No.
He just says racist things.
No. Oh. Yeah. So he justifies Hogan's death as, he talks about taking him out of the Hall of Fame and then putting him back in and say he learned his lesson. I believe they also have Mark Henry on this as well.
Well, Mark Henry's idea was fucking stupid too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear Mark Henry's way of redeeming himself?
Yes, but man, explain it to the listeners. Go ahead. I know. Going to college and stuff.
So basically, go to a load of black colleges.
Yeah, and speaking.
When you know he ain't sincere, what's the point in having him go to these colleges?
Well, I'm assuming he wanted to find something sincere. So, again, when people are like, "Oh, let's redeem Hulk Hogan," and we should forgive him for it's just one time, all the shit that goes along with this. The man never came off as like, this is horrible. I'm a horrible person.
Remorseful.
Yeah, right? That's the word I'm looking for. You never see remorse. You never see a step away. I just don't feel like it's still coming back for that. It's like Mel Gibson still being canceled. Man never apologized today. They showed his craziness.
They showed a clip where he was on daytime TV where I don't know what it was, like a morning show or something like that, where he was saying that it's something he should have never said. That was the only time it sounded a little bit remorseful. I've never seen that interview before, but it was on that TMZ thing. But I know for a fact he didn't believe that because it's what he said when he was rumored to have gone backstage to apologize to the talent, and then when he said that, he didn't sound like he made an apology. He said, "Never get caught."
Yeah, he apologized for that he got caught. that was the mistake that he shouldn't be caught slipping, which is beyond the problem. I'm just done talking about Hogan. He's dead. He's gone. There's other dead people coming up this year I'd rather talk about.
That sounds awful, but it's the reality of life. I don't think there's any other news stories. I kind of haven't really since we took the day off on Tuesday. I felt like I just had the day off for the rest of the week.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was like, there's a show today. I'm exhausted, but I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna give it all for our 1 or 2 people watching right now, right? Whoop whoop. Put a like in the comments.
Well, Marcus, there is a report going out there. Triple H is trying to put AEW out of business by the end of the WBD deal that they have. And he aims to make TNA the second biggest company in America.
Oh my God! What evil diabolical plans is he trying to put? Let me tell Triple H something. Focus on your own weak ass product before you try to put somebody else out of business. Okay? Yes, y'all making all these multi-million deals. You're going to ESPN, yada yada yada. You're making your money. You seem to be happy, but for the love of God, your product is at the moment a bit unwatchable. Nothing makes sense. Storylines are just jumping all over the place. Nothing matters. I'm just saying, fuck you for trying to put them out of business. You know what? We need AEW more than ever now to protect us from Triple K. Shit.
And so reports have also noted that as yet an unannounced WWE pay-per-view main evented by Brock Lesnar versus John Cena is planned for the same day as AEW All Out on September 20th. WWE are also considering moving John Cena's final match, which is allegedly was supposed to be on Saturday's main event in Boston, to ensure it goes head to head with AEW's World's End.
Well, here's my thing about all of this. It's gonna combine this in another story. WWE just doing business, we expect it. Even though I don't care, I feel like John Cena and his final match, maybe with Brock Lesnar, is a big deal, and it will overshadow any AEW pay-per-view, and that is a terrific business strategy. But I will also add this for AEW. They're going to have to find a new way to do their pay-per-views. Pay-per-views are done. They're done. At this moment, we're currently done. If you're with WWE, you're going to watch everything on ESPN for free. And if you want to watch UFC, that's also going to be free on Paramount Plus. I mean, with subscriptions, of course. And I'm just saying, if pay-per-views are dying, AEW is going to have to figure out how they're going to deliver these long blockbuster shows because no one's going to pay for it.
It'll be on Max. Subscription service on Max. Or whatever it will be called by the time they change it.
But do you feel like that hurts them financially? Like, I don't feel like
it'll hurt them. It'll hurt them
they
financially.
They make their money off pay-per-view buys.
It hurts them financially because the pay-per-view buys, and especially in America, is $60. However, in the long run, if they ends up having more subscriptions and more people watch it, don't they get paid a little bit more? I don't know. No. The deal would be they get paid by the streaming service, right?
Yeah, the gaining of subscribers.
Yeah.
And
I mean, getting into streaming is a risk. But I think it's a risk they should take and capitalize on the whole. It's going to cost $30 to watch a WWE pay-per-view, and then unless
you have ESPN.
Yeah, but I don't think I think there'll be a lot of wrestling fans that don't watch or don't follow sports. Wrestling is their sport. I think there's a few of them that probably won't watch the NFL. They probably won't watch all that other stuff. So unless they do a package deal where it interlinks with like Disney Plus, I feel like AEW are in a position where they can capitalize on the streaming. However, it is a risk. But is it a risk that will pay off? Because they ain't exactly big enough, but it's an alternative.
I feel that the WWE is going to keep their audience and just move over. I think that's not going to be. It's going to be another day in business. I think most people still have cable, in America. It may be declining, but most people still have it, and they're gonna just watch it on ESPN. That's gonna be the main reason they keep their cable, or the main reason they get Disney Plus or whatever the hell they want to put this ESPN app thing where they combine everything, because it's going to be combined. Hulu, all that shit is all going to be one app, and I just think WWE is just going to benefit from this, or they're going to make money. I don't know if they're going to benefit, but they're going to make money, and it's going to be the same thing.
Well, they technically have made their money, haven't they? They've been paid. They've been paid.
Yeah. So I just feel like this does hurt AEW in a route that if WWE is free, essentially free, quote unquote, and UFC, you can watch any number of pay-per-view for free now, CBS and Paramount Plus.
Well, they're not free. Whatever, how much ever you pay for that subscription.
Yeah, but you know, but if you have CBS, you still have access to UFC free, technically. It's not free, but you know what I mean. It's not paid. It's not paid like it was previously.
Yeah.
I just feel like it does hurt of me going like, oh, I'm gonna shell out $50, or does it mean I have more money to go? I got the money for Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I mean, but it does mean we may have to cover more AEW events, and I don't want to, Marcus. No, I'm looking at the card already, and it's like there's 9 matches announced. I'm like, I don't have the energy for this, because you know it's going to go 4 or 5 hours, 5 hours at most. Yeah, I hope.
I mean, they're going to try to restrict time, but can you give me 4 matches on that show? It should be enough. I mean, the matches are going to be, if you put 4, you're going to be like, oh, these are 4 really good matches, because you know they deliver on the match front. And but I still feel like it's overkill. Whatever they're going to do is overkill.
We can talk about the
life is too short for these marathons.
We can talk about the announced match card after we covered Dynamite. J.K. Smush said, "Good morning, evening. May Hulk Hogan be stuck next to a black wire. Lash versus Nia. Do you know what? I'd be annoyed by that too. Because at first it's great. It's like you're in it. Maybe after an hour or two, I'm like, oh, I'm done."
What you talking about, man? You gotta go to the whole session of church for the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for Black Church.
What? Come on, they're concerts. They're concerts.
No, Marcus, it's too
You're going there for the Lord, Manny. It's one day a week. You got to give it up for the Lord.
Nah, I like Catholic church. When you're in, you sit in silence for most of it for an hour, and then you're out.
It's just some guy. Catholic church is this, and this is me, a non-church goer, defending the church. But from what I see is, hello, everybody. We are going to go to book of Matthew, chapters 1 through 3. And it says, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
And
blah,
another
blah,
thing,
blah,
Marcus,
blah.
And another thing, Marcus, if it isn't like Sister Act and Sister Mary Clarence in there, I don't care.
It is like that every week. Happy day.
He also said Lash and I was big meaty women bumping meat. I wrote in the notes big beefy bitches fighting.
Oh, see, man, you're worse than Eric. Eric's called them heifers. You're now saying bitches. It's ridiculous. Everybody say big meaty women.
I believe one of the shows on Eve was actually called that. And that is an all-women's promotion. So I feel, because I support that promotion, I am able to say it.
No, that's the women's choice. That's the women's choice. You're not allowed to call them a bitches. You're not even go, Nia Samuels, get over here, bitch.
I would never say that to Nia Samuels. She makes me
exactly. So you cannot go here and call Nia Jax and Lash Legend bitches, or any of the Eve girls bitches, Manny. I'm sorry.
And he said, "Welcome back to the Premier League. May Man United not mess up your blood pressure, Manny." It is getting to the weekend where 11 men kicking a ball around will determine my mood for the rest of the afternoon.
What's on the line for it? What's on the line this weekend?
It's the Premier League. We're playing Arsenal first game. We're gonna get spanked. People.
Oh, start the season.
Yeah, this weekend.
I feel like it was still going on. I didn't even know it ended.
Nah, it was the off season.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to Man United
No, we
as
ain't
I
winning.
support
We ain't winning
my
shit.
my UK team of Wrexham, which I don't know where we're going on now.
So
even
I was
watch the
talking
show
to my
anymore.
work colleague, and I didn't necessarily know the situation of the Championship, which is the league below the Premier League.
Mhm.
Which should sound like it should be above the Premier League, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Everyone in the Championship does not want Wrexham to get promoted because of the way they have thrown money at everything. Where a lot of these clubs do not have the money to throw
What?
money at things.
Isn't that
And
Man City's whole deal?
yeah, but at that point, Man City's whole deal came in when there were no rules like that to do with finances. Now there are rules, which is why Manchester City have 115 charges against them. However, they just got loads of good lawyers that are making this thing go on forever. At this rate, Manchester City should be relegated to the bottom division, but
Yeah.
no, they won't.
No. I did not expect to get schooled some soccer this week and whatnot in Wrexham. But Manny, we're 15 minutes in. Let's go into the Dynamite.
Marcus, you know my feelings on Dynamite and any show that has the ramp connected to the ring. This show starts off with a strike.
Yeah. Agree. I understand that. Again, I don't like this venue in Ohio. I just don't feel like it's a step back from the Chicago venue, and I feel like the crowd wasn't there.
Well, the other thing is, I hate when you get short ramps. Your entrance just seems stupid. It's like 4 steps and you're into the ring.
Yeah. Or even John Moxley comes from the crowd. Oh, you're just right there. We're just right here, people. We're just right here.
So MJF says he knows Hangman, and he is at his work. He is at his most vulnerable when he is angry, and he intends to make him very angry that he loses his championship on his first pay-per-view defense. Says Hangman isn't a god; he is a weak-minded, depressed, alcoholic little boy.
Jesus.
Who's letting little boys drink? But okay, he doesn't mind being called the devil. He'd rather that than be paraded like a fake, phony idol like Hangman. At least he is real. He intends to take back his title and crucify Hangman.
I doubt if he's going to crucify him. Hangman responds, "Hey, dog. Hey, I know you say."
Yeah, if you want, you do the voice. If you're gonna do it.
No, I wouldn't even do it. I would just do it. Hey, dog. Hey. I feel like that'd just be a stupid response of that. But Hangman responded,
No one knows his faults more than he does.
Oh,
he will own up to them. He won't run from them like MJF would. MJF is talking like he has a match at Forbidden Door, but he doesn't. He has a contract, but he doesn't. He won't use it because he's afraid. Says MJF needs an insurance policy because deep down, he knows he hasn't got what it takes to take that away from him. So Hangman wants him to take a shot and prove he isn't an insecure, gutless coward. This prompts MJF to execute the contract. And then Hangman is attacked at the end of Dynamite by MJF.
Yeah, what a failed play by MJF. I would not do this. I would not cash in at all because you told me to cash in or I don't have a match at Forbidden Door. You don't know I don't have a match at Forbidden Door. I can cash in anytime, bitch. I cash in right now. I cash in at your house. I don't know the rules of these things. I will cash in when I feel like it. You're going to be in the bathroom taking a mean shit one day after eating some Taco Bell. I'm going to come in there. It's over. I'm winning the title. That's the way it works.
The fact that you think quick work is bap bap.
Bap, Manny, come on. You ain't never bap bap anybody. That's quick work. That's quick work. You gotta go out there and quick work. By the way,
let me tell you something. Drunk Manny on a Tuesday night wouldn't even do that. Drunk Manny on Tuesday night is more clinical.
Drunk Manny will probably just a hand on the head punch.
And you hope it connects.
Yeah. Imagine got the Hogans going. I know I'm gonna derail the show. Don't worry, guys. We'll cover all these tag matches that happened in a bit. But I would.
If anything, a derailment will benefit this report.
Yeah. Manny, the pettiest person in all. I thought 50 Cent held the title for being the pettiest rapper or just celebrity out there in the world.
Yeah, when he did that thing to Ja Rule, was it Ja Rule? Yeah. I think that was the meanest thing ever.
It was mean. It was mean, and Drake tried to do it to Kendrick, but it backfired. He gave tickets away. There's a lot of stuff going on with this. Manny, Cameron might be the most pettiest person ever. Did you hear what he did?
No.
So he's feuding with Omar Gooden. You may remember him from Wild and Crazy Kids or the hit movie Baby Boy. Or hanging with Mr. Cooper as well. He's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother.
No, I remember him from, I believe, Smart Guy.
Oh, Smart Guy. Yeah, he's in all these shows. He's in all these shows. The man had a nice television career. It's well over now. He's well over. Him and Dean Cain, you guys are finished. Well, anyway, Cameron and him are beefing for. I still don't know what the reason is, but in retaliation of the beef, Manny, Cameron, another agency offered Omar Gooden a movie role, a script, and set him up with a full stage for a movie that he says is never coming out. He's never going to release. It was just work. It was just to be petty. And he made him look like a fool on set and behind the scenes. And he's going to release the full movie just to show how bad of an actor Omar Gooding is. On free on YouTube. And he said the clips are absolutely embarrassing. They're going to be absolutely embarrassing. And he doesn't want to lie to that. He even showed clips of Omar Gooding in the back, taking his shirt off behind the scenes. He just starts mocking him for that. And I go, what the hell level of petty is that? You made the man think he got work. And then he was horrible. You're going to show the world how bad he is and how much of a fool you made him.
Why have they got beef, one? And two, who wants to see Omar Gooding anyway? Why is he getting booked?
He isn't getting booked, Manny. That's the problem. No one's booking him. But Karrion booked him, and I'm sure Omar Gooding was like, hell yeah, and took the movie role, and now he's been played. He's been played. He's been had. I don't know how I would feel if I was Omar Gooding like that. I would go, God damn it. Well, at least I'm paying bills, maybe? I don't know. I just feel like it's the pettiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I made a fake movie so you can be horrible in it.
So he only paid $3,000
for Omar Gooding?
Yeah, Cameron made good with his diabolical scheme to expose how he paid Omar Gooding in full to be a fool on a fake movie set. As we briefly told you, Cameron had Omar fly out to Miami because he had been paid $2,500 for a short film.
Yes. It's ridiculous. I mean, $3,000 to Cameron is nothing right now.
Upon arrival, the baby boy actor walked onto set where guys were talking about him behind his back in Spanish, with one even labeling Omar as a porky ass N-word at one point.
Jesus, that guy had no filter.
That was a Spanish guy as well. That's racist.
He said in Spanish. He's racist. He's racist, but you know what? We cannot confirm that he said this in his language. But that is so wild. I just feel like that is so wild to do something to somebody like that. That would hurt my feelings. Like I like the beef is over at that point. I go, you know what? It's over. It's over. And again, that's the real world. Again, being better than current professional wrestling.
So Mox takes on Kevin Knight. He walks to the ring, refusing a match with Darby Allin at Forbidden Door. Marcus, I don't know what it takes to get DQ'd anymore, because there was biting, back raking, and all in front of the referee. He saw it all.
Yeah, did not care. This little interference in there, it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
And then Mox in a north-south chokes out Kevin Knight.
Yep, and that was the first loss for black people tonight, and they continue to stack up. They continue to stack up.
Darby makes a save as they take out Speedball and Kevin Knight after the match. He gets Yuta in the body bag, but Claudio makes a save and does a number on him, only for Will to make the save and suggests a lights out steel cage match.
Yeah.
In the back, Will tells people he made a call and he got his old boss on his team and he's got a few other people to call. And then later on in the night, Mox is told that they got Tanahashi. Yeah. And Mox is like, they got Tanahashi.
Tanahashi! They got Tanahashi. He made it sound like they got Sting in his prime. Or Hulk Hogan in his prime. Now you getting to watch that Tanahashi. And then Mox was like, all right, homie, it's on. I got some calls to make too. I got friends. Dickhead. The thing is, Mox is in a faction. He just refuses to use anybody in his team.
He goes to the extras room where the Young Bucks were.
That made me laugh because I
laugh. I feel like they're going too far with it. They've fallen down so bad that they're just being called jobbers now. Do you know how, Marcus? If you lose a title of EVP, I ain't showing up to work for at least a couple of weeks.
If I lose my job as EVP, I'm not showing up to work ever again. What, you gonna demote me? I'm already at the top. What you gonna tell me to go out there and work my 9 to 5? Nah, fuck that. But I did laugh when they opened the door. There was this two random guy. I was like, who are these guys? Who are these guys? Nick and Max is going through it. Although they did take out Justin Roberts and got fined the money,
he
but
deserved
whatever.
He deserved it. I'm glad. Every time I see Justin Roberts, I'm glad JBL bullied him. I'm glad. Fucking idiot that thinks he's too big. You fucking announcer, get over yourself.
Yeah, call it. Just say the names. All your job is to say the names. You're no different than someone at the DMV calling out numbers.
So we get our first six-person tag, which is Mercedes Moné, Tekla, and Sky Blue versus Alex Windsor, Queen Aminata, and Willow Nightingale. I gave this a strike immediately.
Why, man? Why?
Declan, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart are already a group. Why are they adding Mercedes Moné to this? Mercedes could have just sat at the commentary table eating a steak. She didn't need to be in this match.
Well, they had no room to put anybody else because you got Toni Storm up in the one corner and you had Athena up on another side of the balcony.
Yeah, and then there's room at the announce desk for her to eat steak.
I just felt like this tag match was randomly thrown together. They wanted to, fuse all their women's storylines into one, which they did. And again, Manny, I want to give a strike for Alex Windsor just being the flavor of the month. This is the flavor of the month. I'm assuming she's going to go wayside, just like Megan Bain and everybody else that were the flavors of the pay-per-views.
I hope not, because Alex Windsor is a great talent, but there are so many great talents in AEW that are just not being used when it's the flavor of the month in the division. You're right.
She's flavor. And it's annoying. And it's nothing she's doing. It's just, I think it is that feeling of, oh, this is who Tony's behind right now.
Yeah.
Like, and it's going to fade, and then it's going to be someone else that comes up. I don't know who, but it's just the same cycle every pay-per-view.
And frankly, I don't see Alex Windsor defeating Mercedes at the pay-per-view.
Absolutely not.
So Alex Windsor makes Sky Blue tap out in the sharpshooter. Athena and Toni Storm fight through the crowd, eventually making it to ringside. Mercedes taunts and beat down Alex Windsor post-match. Toni Storm and Alex Windsor get the better of them. Tony suggests a tag match next week in Glasgow.
And I just got the phone with Tony Khan. He just made it happen. Oh, I hate that so much. Let him breathe a little bit and it's go to commercial or do something else and then give Tony Khan time to respond. Don't just be like, get that graphic up. They had the graphic right away.
And hopes that they have something under their kilts or they will bareback them all over Glasgow. This implies that Toni Storm has a dick.
This implies a lot of things, Manny. It implies a lot of things. Maybe a green dildo.
No, you ain't doing that this time.
I'm throwing in. If I go to a Dynamite, I'm throwing a green dildo in the ring. See, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me?
Adam Copeland takes on Stokely.
I got a new kink. I'm like the turtle from Mario. You know how you throw the bones?
Could you imagine if you had that amount of supply of green dildos that you were throwing it like that?
I'm sure they can't be that expensive, right? I'm sure there's somebody that helped me. Hey, can I buy your green dildos?
Stokely brought out by security. He has a record of 1-0 in 2025. When? I want to know that. He's asked when. He's asked some woman. Adam Copeland's asked some woman if she would get with Stokely. She said, "No, definitely not." And Marcus, that ugly wench, would be lucky to get with Stoke.
Yeah. What's the problem with Stokely, lady? What's the style? Is he too bald for you? Is he too short for you? Is he too black for you? What's the issue? What is your issue for you? Because the man, it seems like a nice individual who's hilarious. You, on the other end, will be under the category that Ryan would say is a weather.
FTR break the restraining order. Stoke throws powder in the eyes and gets DQ'd. Yet when you bite someone and back rig someone clearly in front of a referee, that doesn't get you.
Manny, I'm not going to even call the previous match into question. I'm calling the match that we have currently in question. FTR put hands on Cope and had him set up for a pile driver in front of the ref. The ref did not throw the match out. He only threw the match out when Stokely threw his special powder substance. And I go, that's the DQ? This match has been out of control for a minute. FTR is about to whoop Adam Copeland's ass. Ridiculous. Get your rules together, AEW. Get all your rules together.
Christian makes a save with Spike. Nick Wayne also runs out. Kip gets speared. And then the old man hug.
A combined age of 102. I would like to add this.
No one cares about this. I mean, people care, but I don't.
I care. Why not? Let them get one last match to run together. However, when you tell me Edge and Christian are going to reunite at Forbidden Door, don't tell me they're fighting Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. Don't tell me that. What's that to the FTR match? What's the FTR match? It should be FTR. That's what we're building to. Both sides. I mean, don't give me a side quest. Let's not handle Christian's business first. Handle Edge's business with FTR. I just saved you so you can continue your feud with your old family. I saved you so we can go fight FTR and maybe get into the tag team title contention. I found this all rushed and ridiculous. It just kept going on. I just thought they could have teased us a bit. This could have been a bloodline level type of story of no, we're not friends. We are friends. I'm going to bring it in. And then say maybe the hug for Forbidden Door. That's the one. I'm sorry. I talked a lot. I should have brought water. I apologize. That was a rant.
This is why I got a drink before we start the show.
Yeah, you know what? I could have got a drink. I have my water over there. Chose not to get it because I was like, you know what? I don't have much to say. And now look at me, dying of thirst.
Marcus, when the people have got when the police force of Gotham City need Batman, they put out the bat signal, right? There was a promo for the hook signal. The man hasn't been seen in months.
Yeah, I missed this. I didn't see this.
Yeah, they had the skyline, and then they had the signal come up with a H. And let's be honest, if I'm ever in danger, I'm not calling Hook.
No, that's Manny. I believe Earth is a really, really big place, and there's a large population. There's large islands. I don't believe Hook lands in the top billion people on this planet of people I'm calling to help me out. Top billion.
Yeah.
That's kind of harsh. That's harsh. But if you think about how big the Earth is, you know what? There's probably a billion people that can whoop his ass.
So the Young Bucks, Josh Alexander and Carl Fletcher take on Brody King, Ishii, Hologram, and Hiromu Takahashi.
Yes.
Justin Roberts gets super kicked. Yeah, again, he deserved it.
Highlight of
And Takahashi picks up the win for the team. He's challenging Carl Fletcher for the TNT title. I mean, is that the first actual Forbidden Door match?
Yeah, that's the first one they actually had. But then again, the cage match added Tanahashi first, so I believe that counts as a Forbidden Door match.
He
as
don't
well.
count.
He's a original Roshi Tanahashi, Manny. What are you talking about? The Ace. Go Ace.
Yeah, he was the Ace.
They don't have an Ace right now because Tony bought all the Aces and put them in the same deck.
If you called him the Ace, that deck is the deck of cards that have been well played with.
That's purple. Imagine walking up to Tanahashi and going, "Sir, you've been well played with." I feel like you would be offended and try to slap me or something.
I don't understand the point of the segment with Swerve.
No, so I felt the crowd reaction for Hiromu was weak, but then Swerve came out there to what I can only call the Selena Vega pop. Nobody cared. And then you got Nana yelling, "Who's house, Swerve house?" They just doing it to do it. No one actually felt it. So he went out there, and I don't remember what he said or did.
Nope.
Is this what he told? Who told Renee, "Oh, get your husband"? Who was that?
Him. No. That was Will.
Yeah, it was Will. "Oh, I need to talk to your husband." Don't do that.
Then we get the Ops versus Roosh, the Beast Mortos, and Dralistico.
By the way, the Beast Mortos on every show he's been in, it's like 4 for 4 on pay-per-view since the dating of Mercedes Moné in his main event picture. He is there. He is the main eventer now. Why was this the closer of the show, though?
I don't know.
Like, who was staying for this? I know
to
this
be
is
honest,
about AEW people, but I'm not staying for this.
To be honest, Marcus, none of these matches were main event worthy.
No.
None of the matches tonight were main event worthy.
I thought the women's tag match could have been a main event. It involved all your everybody's a champion.
I mean, if you were gonna if you were gonna rank them, yeah, that would probably be the most likely one. But in its position, the way that was positioned, I don't think that was a main event either.
I believe I could also end the show with Cope and Stokely as well. And the reunion of Christian and him could have ended the show. Or they could have teased that they got back together and people be like, "Oh, I really want to see this," and build it to something. But, they threw that in the middle of the show. The entire storyline in the middle of the show.
Well, there's a few matches which I don't think need to be on the card. But, so I think Kyle Fletcher versus Hiromu Takahashi should be on the card because that's one of the few mixed matches. Yeah, Forbidden Door matches.
Do you feel the concept of Forbidden Door is going to go like the concept of Survivor Series? It's just got a name and it's going to forget why the name is the name?
Well, they could have. The thing is, the Forbidden Door should have been planned out a lot more cleaner in the sense that they knew all these things were going on around the wrestling calendar for the other promotions.
Yeah.
So if other companies are busy, don't have a Forbidden Door where you can't use all this talent.
Yeah. But again, who's their star? Who's their star in New Japan? Who's the current ace of New Japan right now?
Well, there isn't one, but they shouldn't be running Forbidden Door AEW versus New Japan all the time.
Yeah.
If you're gonna run Forbidden Door yearly, you should do not that it'll gauge much interest, but like AEW versus CMML one year, the next year AEW versus New Japan, and then reverse, and then recycle it. You don't just do it and then just do it for the sake of doing it each year and then force a match like that.
There's no real stories going into this Forbidden Door.
No.
Of like, I need to see Zack Sabre Jr. versus I forgot who he's fighting. It's not decided yet, right? Isn't there like a 4-way or something?
Yeah, but even the guys in it, I don't think worthy of fighting Zack Sabre Jr. for the title.
Nigel's gonna win, right? He's like the only one.
Yeah, so the IWGP World Heavyweight title, with Zack Sabre Jr. Well, it's either Daniel Garcia, Nigel. I can't remember that guy's name.
It doesn't
I'm
matter.
assuming Hechicero.
Yeah, you don't care. You don't care about these people.
A match that I don't think should be on the card is the AEW World Tag Team Championships, because it's the Hurt Syndicate versus FTR or Brodito. I don't think that should be on Forbidden Door.
No, I don't think it's worthy enough. In fact, the Hurt Business wasn't even on TV this week.
I don't think Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian should be on Forbidden Door.
I would add it because it's a nostalgia act, and I think people will want to see those guys together, and I think we can get some pay-per-view buys for that.
I get your sentiment that it's in London. It's a big feel-good moment, but I think that should be on All Out. I think that match, maybe this tag team title match, should be on All Out.
Well, the tag team titles I don't need on there, and again, tag team wrestling's dead in general. So.
And then we've got a TBS Championship 4-way with Mercedes Moné, someone from CMML, which sounds like a telephone. I don't know her name. They haven't announced the representative from Stardom, and then Alex Windsor. That should be on it because that's a Forbidden Door match.
Yeah. Because they're all over the globe and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I mean, we can run down this card, but Manny, we still have 2 weeks or a week and a half to go. They're going to add maybe 3 more matches. Who knows?
Oh, don't. It's already long.
That's what she said.
Which is another reason why I ain't going to the show.
Long.
It's another reason that I'm not going to the show.
You come in halfway, Manny. Going halfway.
So there are tickets where you would sit still going for £30. Mm-hmm. And you know what's embarrassing? My Eve ticket for front row costs more than that.
Well, that is front row. Yeah, but still. Ooh. Enough for Dynamite. I gave the show a thumb in them like middle. To me, it was a solid show. I thought we got a lot of points round. They did fill out the Forbidden Door card, which they needed to do. Still better than Raw.
So let's move into NXT. So the show starts off with Ava telling Hank and Tank not to interfere in Darkstate's match as she wrestles with something in her eye, which gives Hank and Tank the idea that they should, and then that leads to them dressing up as janitors and women throughout the night.
Yeah, and can I give a strike to someone out there in the IWC? Apparently, someone made a AI image of Ava being in a horrible car accident and sending it, I believe, to the Rock. Just stupid shit like that in the hospital and stuff. Just stupid. People are horrible.
Well, there's another thing which I'm gonna bring up later, but I don't think it was that big of a deal. So Lash Legend versus Nia Jax.
Hell yeah.
This was just 2 beefy women. Fine, I'll change it. 2 beefy women fighting.
Beefy. Yeah. Yeah. This was hard hitting. This was, to me, Rusev versus Sheamus all over again. But in Black Woman / Pacific Islander, I don't know what Nia Jax identify as. But I enjoyed the match. I thought it made Lash look good. I thought it made Nia look good. And I thought she elevated her. I thought the finish should have been the first sit down. I don't think she needed to go for that second.
Nah, you kill her. You kill her. Because the first one was an accident. The second one, you make sure she's dead.
I said on her by accident because she couldn't lift me in the corner. The second one, I was like, maybe she'd get up. But I thought it was a a good match overall. I thought this was one of the last better matches. It felt like a main event match, even though it was just an opener on the weekly television show.
Yeah, Dark State cut a promo, but ain't nobody gonna remember anything because the white boy said that they gonna take turns on their asses. He needs to stop.
Pause! Mr. Pause. He's gonna get jumped out the group.
Chelsea Green wants to take out whoever might be Tavion's partner, and they start. At first, I thought it was profiling. At first, Marcus, because they picked 2 black women. I was like, "What are you doing, Chelsea?"
Yeah. What's going on? I'm going through the list. I know he black, you black. And then I saw Tyra May Steele, Manny, and I was like, "Oh, are they going to use her? Or is she just a gimmick?" And then turned out they used her later in the night.
You know what? I think Kendall Gray might be the actual better prospect out of the 2 of them, but I will let time decide that.
We trying to be on the right side of history on this, Manny?
No, because I see
like
maybe,
just go ahead. I believe Kendall Gray has more upside than Tyra May.
I've watched maybe 4 episodes of Evolve, and she featured on like 2 of them, and her matches on them have been pretty decent.
Okay.
And if I'm honest, what's her Kayla Armstrong? Black Armstrong is already better than Tyra May. She's better than Tyra May Steele.
Oh yeah, Tyra May Steele. Again, just LFG. I don't have any nice things to say. I don't think, other than Jasper Troy's doing stuff.
Jen Tyler's doing all right on Evolve.
I'm not watching Evolve. I realize that. I tell myself I'm going to do it, but I never do it. By the way, shout out to the big cat who now believe the Earth is flat. Shout out to the big cat.
You know,
that's the worst stereotypes of everything.
You know what? Because every time she comes out there, every time she just opens her mouth or releases a video, I'm just like, what? Her stock keeps plummeting.
You can't be a flat earther. Don't be a flat earther. Come on. You're better than Nikita.
She needs to go outside and touch grass.
Yeah. Maybe that's what she did. She was like, flat earth. It's the wrong glass. The devil's glass.
Charlie Dempsey takes on Joe Hendry. Nothing special. Joe Hendry wins.
No, Joe Hendry's the most basic motherfucker on the planet.
He's worse. He's worse than the LFG lot. I'm not even being funny. And he's a veteran.
Manny, I was comparing him to Jay Cargill. That's how I was going. I was like, Jay looks like Bryan Danielson compared to Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's wrestling style is so boring and it's not exciting. His moveset is just weak in general. Just weak. Everything he does is weak. Jay Uso looks like he has like 300 moves compared to Joe Hendry.
Lola and Kalani both want to be the next in line for a title NXT title shot, but Jada reminds them that she got next.
Yeah. Let's start doing stuff with Jada. Let's start doing stuff with some of these women. Raw has no women. Let's get these people on the main roster. They don't all go to the title.
Josh Briggs cuts a nonsense promo, especially when the crowd is chanting, "Shut the hell up and turn his mic off."
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I have not seen someone get through an assignment like this in a long time. Manny, you remember school? We have to go in front of the class and read something.
Terribly.
That's what it felt like with Josh Briggs. It was like, "Hi guys, I'm Josh Briggs," and anymore is usually, and the crowd's heckling him, and he's just trying to get through it. I think he should need to just say, "You people shut up! I'm trying to concentrate."
Inner comes out, calls him a jackass, and then he attacks and bounces on him.
Yeah, bounces on him. Yeah, Josh Briggs is done.
Talk to me about what Jordan Grace said.
I'm going to be brief. I don't have it all in details, but she talked about the body shaming incident, the body shame gate from Blake Monroe, and that she agreed with Blake Monroe that she's right, that she does see that little fat girl in the mirror when she looks at stuff. But stuff happened, and she's going to beat her. I don't remember verbatim what she said.
Can I tell you something, Marcus?
Yes.
Vince McMahon and Mickey James did this better when she was Piggy James.
Oh!
They did this better. They did this storyline better.
No, I wouldn't say they did because you know what? There's a problem with Mickey James being called Piggy James. She wasn't fat, man. She was not fat.
She was considered in that era. She would have been considered fat. She was in shape.
In that era,
because she wasn't
ever fat.
No, because she wasn't a sticking sack like the rest of them were.
Yeah, she had a thickness.
She was considered fat in that era. Even though when we look at her today, and look back at it, you would go, no, she wasn't.
No, she was Sticky James. She was fine. I feel like we're going to that. And Jordan Grace, who I believe is a part of the fat delegation, Manny, us being two people who are a bit overweight, me more than you, as you continue to look sickly every day.
Fuck off. I look normal now.
I'm never going to accept that normal. I'm not accepting the new normal. I'm going to say they cloned Manny and got him in shape.
Let me tell you one thing, though. This picture of me in the final boss, I'm fucking massive. Look how tall I am.
Look at you. That's one of those photos. That's a photo you got to share on your on dating apps, Manny. Oh, he's like 6 feet.
I'm also gonna stop pretending that Mako's my mum. That's my mother right there.
Shout out to the final boss who will whoop your mom's ass any day of the week.
And yeah, just look at and then type in later Gaea girls, GAEA girls dropkick. And you will see Mako Satomura, the final boss, delivered the most disgusting dropkick I've ever seen in my life.
It was personal. It was personal.
It actually came through like a bullet. And they weren't even from the top rope.
No. Bottom rope dropkick. Lady was left busted open. Jeez. Where are we on NXT?
So Ava sets up a face-to-face between Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe next week. We have Fatal Influence take on Lola Vice and Kalani Jordan. Masha and Ash by Elegance turn up. Lainey Reed wishes them good luck. This woman needs to stay out of business.
Manny, I come to an epiphany of Lainey Reed. Come to epiphany.
She's the Nikita Lyons version 2.
No. Better. She's Karrion Kross in women form. Back then, she's always the ghost shit.
That's news.
Yeah.
We'll cover that.
I'll put that in the description. We can talk about Kross.
We'll cover that.
The news is there's no real news.
Well, there is news about it. Lola hits a back fist and then Kalani hits a split leg moonsault, pinning Jacy for the win. Jacy questioned what Jasmine is even good for. When you scheduled this match, you didn't even help. And then Ava informs her that Jacy is defending the Knockouts title in a triple threat against Masha and Ash by Elegance. And then the Turtle Man was happy about this. Also,
shout out to Jacy thinking about the bag in the future. In an interview with some random ass podcast, I'm assuming. She was asked about Mandy. Will she ever make a return? And Jacy believes Mandy will make a return. And when she does, she's probably going to fight Jacy. And she wants to do teacher versus master storyline.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But I doubt that ever happens.
Marcus, there was a Jasper Troy video package. And I thought that was really good.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good package. I feel like they're doing right by Jasper Troy. And I don't understand why they're doing everything so right. Like, I don't know. He resonates with me. He's the latest big man.
Yeah, but do you know what's going to happen, Marcus? Let me tell you what's going to happen. He's gonna cross the line into the main onto the main card, into the main roster, and Shawn Michaels is going to hand off the ball to him, and Triple H is going to drop the ball.
I don't think Manny. Triple H won't even touch the ball. The ball Sean's gonna toss the ball, and then it goes black.
Ew.
Ew. That's too dark for me. Don't pass me that. Don't you have any good white ones? Give me the Cutler guy from Dark State.
Wait. No. He's gonna pass with the ball. Wait. Hey, this one's got a dick. Because he may not like black men, but Triple H love him some black women.
He loved him some black women. You say they will get used.
Which is why, Marcus,
Briggs is gonna get caught up before all of these people.
Which is why, Marcus, when we were doing the show last week and we were talking about Sol Ruka, and then you found out a moment directly after it that on a news site that the WWE are really high on Sol Ruka, the main roster bound at some point. Yeah. I believe that's Triple H's golden goose. She is black, but she presents as white. That is the golden goose for Triple H.
Yeah. She is the as I think I said, Eric, I don't even know if I said on the show. She's the Blade. Blade. Because Manny, let me explain to you what Blade is. You know Blade. He's a half man, half vampire. He has all the vampire strengths and none of the weaknesses. Sol Ruka has all the black people ability, all the athleticism.
And then the white woman privilege.
All the white privilege in the world. When she gets pulled over, it's always a warning. When she goes to try to get a loan out of a bank, it's easy pickings. Everything works out. It's identity. She picks the time right when she's black and when she's white.
Well, we need to find out her real name first.
It's not so
real name. Yeah, it's so white. It's Calix Harmony Hampton.
Woo. That sounds like a Wall Street name, like someone doing business deals at Wall Street.
No, do you know what that sounds like? That sounds like preppy white girl in a sorority.
Yeah, who don't know anything about suffering and pain in the streets, but has lived a very privileged life. Still my Nubian princess, so I'm just saying.
Back to the show. Alba Fire took on Kendall Gray in a pretty decent match. Alba wins with a gory bomb. Ethan says, is that the best America's got? Tavion says, well, he respects Kendall. That wasn't his pick. He picked the Olympic gold medalist, Tyra May Steele. Ethan annoyed, despite all the research, they missed the Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
Chelsea suggests a peace treaty next week.
Yeah.
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
She tossed all them motherfuckers around for a good minute or so. And I'm looking forward to the peace treaty. But I also have speculation. I want to give Chelsea Green a strike. It's a rare strike for Chelsea because I don't believe she was actually backstage live for the NXT. I believe she shot all her shit the week before. I'm just saying. This felt like that.
Where are we? The blackest main event in the history of television.
Yes. 4 black guys, Manny, on one side. All elite main eventers at this point with Trick, Oba, Moose, and Javon against a team that's so black they had to be known as the Dark State.
So the 3 men are the Dark, and then Cutler is the State. The referee was black.
Yep. Booker T black. It was Blackest match in history. I was for it was February. But
the superpower team, the superpowers, the Super Friends, the Black Super Friends, they eventually take each other out by accident. Despite Trick, who decided to watch it all happen from the outside.
Yeah, who allowed the Dark State to win. He was like, I don't want none of this business. I don't want none of these problems. So they didn't coexist. We had one of those champion challenger kind of matches, trying to deal with a team together with multiple challengers and the Vince special. It seemed like Trick won out by being the coward.
I did like that they were going for dives and they threw Trick out the ring.
Yeah, and he got excited, and then they were like, "Man, fuck you."
And then Hank and Tank charged the ring. Yeah, Hank and Tank charged the ring, and then a beatdown, pull apart ensued to end NXT.
Yeah, I thought NXT was a really enjoyable show. I thought they pushed the plot along. Trick's relationship with the Dark State is still in question. I think I still see him joining them, and maybe that's when they jump Cutler out. I'm just saying.
They need to jump Cutler out. Do you think Trick's losing to Moose?
No.
Who's the guy though? Because I don't want. If it ends up being Joe Hendry again, I'm gonna be furious. I don't think Joe Hendry should be TNA champion ever again. If anything, it should be Mike Santana.
Yeah,
but not that I care about TNA to begin with. I don't watch TNA as a product, but I don't.
You care. You want to see someone properly beat Trick.
Yeah, someone properly should beat Trick because I don't want Joe Hendry to be considered a great talent. He is not.
Say his name and he appears, Manny.
No, he has not appeared. Joe Hendry, come fight me, bitch.
Joe Hendry owes a kid child support. Won't show up for that kid. Only time he doesn't show up. My dad is Joe Hendry, and he'll kick your ass. When's the last time you seen him kid? Ran out on you. He went to go get cigarettes 10 years ago. You think it's that hard to buy cigarettes?
At this rate, I'd also accept Bully Ray to be the TNA champion.
Man.
You know, he walked off LFG this week.
What?
He was furious. He was furious that his girl, the Ukrainian girl, is being targeted by the other coaches because they picked Panina over her this week.
I guess. I don't know. Last time I saw Booker T stormed out. I'm assuming Undertaker's gonna get stormed on that episode, but he ain't storming out unless Michelle McCool jumps on his back. It's like we're storming out.
And then Booker T was like, "You're gonna walk off." Undertaker's like, "You better." The way he talked to him.
All right, moving on. That was the end, huh?
Yeah, that was it. Actually, the thing I was gonna talk about, there was someone on X trying to insinuate. I don't know if it'd be true or not, but I don't necessarily care. Tyra may be a trumper, and I do not care. All right, vote for who you want to vote.
Manny, what are we supposed to do about this? What are we supposed to do with this information? Let's be honest. What are we supposed to do with this information? Oh, she supports Trump. I could call her a fucking idiot, yeah, but you know what? What we'll do with that? What we'll do with that? Like, the company is clearly the MAGA WWE. You turn that W upside down, you put MAGA at the end of it. That's what you're dealing with. So how dare you go out there and say, oh no, she's a MAGA, I can't support Tyra Banks still. No, you can't support the whole goddamn company at this point. So please spare me. Please spare me any of that.
To me, I don't care what your politics are. I do not care what people's politics are.
Sure.
All I care about is what person you present yourself as.
Yeah, and when you present yourself as a Trump supporter, I consider you a racist. I consider you a bigot. I consider you hateful. I consider you not understanding how laws are supposed to be worked. There should not be DC should not be having the National Guard sent on them when they're not even in the top 10 in crime. And they're declining in murder and stuff. Trump is just building a fortress around the White House so he can never leave.
I do enjoy the pettiness of Trump sometimes. Everything he's doing is pure spite. And you know, Marcus, if you were president, you'd do some of the similar shit.
No, let me tell you this. President Trump has made me a better person. As much as I celebrated Cameron and Omar Gooden, I know I would never be this. I would never be Trump, in which I'm going to take back the country. And instead of doing good, go 100% the other way and just go after my enemies. And not only my enemies from today, but enemies from the 1800s where I'm getting rid of Black history. And saying I'm going to change history at the Smithsonian, which just is ridiculous. I'm going to lie about stats and fire the statistician. I'm going to do all of it. The man is corrupt at the highest level, at the highest of level. This is peak corruption in anything. I don't think we're going to see anybody even more corrupt. There's never going to be in my lifetime anybody that's corrupt ever again. Obviously corrupt. Not even good at it. Not even good at it. Like, it's bad.
Oh, Marcus, you know how I'm on into this card stuff. Look what arrived on Wednesday.
Oh, wow. Nice.
But then I also have...
Yeah, Charles on Wednesday this week.
I also have...
Jacy Jayne. The real Double J.
The real Double J. But for some diversity here, Marcus, I've also got some...
it's Jada Parker. I thought it was Xia Li for a second. I was like, why do you have that? Yeah, it looked like Xia Li at first. And I was like, well, no. It's Jada.
I do have Noam Dar's girlfriend, which is signed.
Who is she? I don't know.
Aaliyah James from NXT UK, formerly of NXT UK.
What does she do now?
Works the independents.
Manny, let's talk about Karrion Kross.
Yes, let's talk about Karrion Kross.
So he first comes out with a 2-part documentary about, himself and all that and his release. And
first of all, it was too long and I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I knew I could get the important stuff off the dirt sheet clicks. 2, he was offered a WWE contract. This is what he's saying. And
this was on the Ariel Helwani podcast.
Yeah, declined it because Scarlett was not involved in the contract.
Well, it's also, they gave him the contract and told him he's got 24 hours to sign it or it's voided.
Yeah.
Which I think, like, what kind of bullshit is this? I think they're hiding something in that contract.
Yeah, that he resigned.
No, they're hiding something in that contract that states that he can't do something and says he's in breach of contract or something. Who gives you 24 hours to sign a contract like that?
I guess extortionists.
Yeah, exactly. So there's something. I don't think that was not enough time to get a lawyer to read through that contract.
Well, you don't know. I know it's a 24-hour signing period, but I'm assuming maybe they've been talking for a minute. But anyway, I don't believe any of this shit. I believe he's still in WWE. I believe they're trying to play some kind of clever rules because Triple H likes to do surprises for the sake of surprises. I don't believe Kross is gone.
Marcus, I'm very much on the opinion of Raph in the mid-card mess. I just don't think he's going too far. He's going too extreme with his opinions. But I'll get to it in a minute. But I just I don't put any value in him. I just don't.
No, I don't. I feel like his ceiling is mid-card at best. I don't feel like he should be in the main event scene. I think he's the latest LA Knight, if you want to say it that way.
For me, you could have added him to the Wyatt Six and you would not have noticed.
Yeah. And you know what? Also, Jesus, man, you sentenced him to death. You sentenced him to death by putting him in the Wyatt Six and you know it. You know it.
No, because Raph's gave him a sentence of death on the mid-card mess. He said, and I quote, Tatanka, yes, the sellout would dog walk Karrion Kross. Now that is an opinion, and that is a wild take and a very hot take. That's spicy.
I mean, Tatanka in his prime was a monster, Manny, but I just feel like this is harsh. I just feel like it's harsh. I can't go that route. Even though I think I did agree somewhere along that route when it was pick Tatanka or Karrion Kross, I picked Tatanka. I do not think I could take him.
Which version of Tatanka are you taking, though? Because I'm taking Sellout Tatanka. Sellout Tatanka was a monster.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's prime. To me, that's peak. That's the only Tatanka I remember. If we're retiring jerseys, Manny, I'm retiring Tatanka with a wad of cash from the $1 Million Man. I don't care about the Lakota tribe. I don't care about anything else.
It was
Just
the
him
whole
every
facade of you, Lex Luger. You are.
He's sold out. What is this? What is this? Y'all this yacht? He's sold out. Man, that was the man. I like to also believe that was the beginning of fake news. Motherfucker was out there spewing it with bad evidence and everything. He believed it. He believed it. But on back to Kross, I just don't feel like he's a big money draw. And I know he is a #1 merch selling guy. I don't know how that happened, to be honest. And I'm not even that anti Karrion Kross. I think there's a place for him. I just don't think he should be, like, I don't think he can cause takeovers like they thought he would on Raw. Like, oh, we want.
He isn't as big as this as the IWC seemed to think he is, and Raw was garbage, but
did you watch?
allegedly, huh?
Did you watch it?
Of course not. I had a day off, Mark. You know I don't watch wrestling on my day off. Well, technically I did. I did.
Yeah, you watch Miko. You even when you not watch wrestling, you watch wrestling. But I would second that Raw is it wasn't a horrible. I wouldn't say it was 1,000,000% horrible, but it wasn't.
It wasn't like the Canadian fans decided to take over Raw with "We Want Karrion" chants and stuff like that.
Yeah, we want Kross.
There was allegedly people having the signs taken away, but I don't know that to be true. Some of the 2 signs apparently made it to TV, but this clearly only has real steam in America. So you're probably waiting for next week on Raw or possibly SmackDown. But I do not think he had that much stock, that much worldwide appeal to him. And in the next couple of weeks, Raw and SmackDown are on tour again as they do the European tour again. And Raw and SmackDown will be at different times in the next couple of weeks if you want to watch it live.
Yeah. Manny, I ask you this. Karrion Kross, do you believe the situation? Do you think he's gone or do you think he's coming back? Do you think it's a manufactured thing?
If he was gone,
thirsty, by the way.
I feel like someone would have snapped him up by now.
So he can also decline.
But something in that Ariel Helwani interview, which I was unactively listening here and there. He did say he still wants to talk to WWE, and he still wants to open a negotiation. So it's muddy waters, and I blame Seth Rollins for this. Motherfucker lied, of course. Motherfucker lied about his injury and has us all worked, even though most of us knew he was lying.
Yeah, and you know what? Most of us didn't care, and most of us didn't want him to win that title. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I think we've given this man enough time. You clearly need a drink.
I need a drink and a nap. I'm really tired. Like I feel all of it.
So let's end the show here. There wasn't really much to talk about. I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been the dying, dehydrated Marcus the Grand Finale.
I feel like I'm being in the desert in the show. I knew I should have got that water before we started, and I was like, "No, I can tough it out." No, I'm dying.
You're lucky this man didn't turn from a plum to a raisin during the show. He's that dehydrated. Maybe it's grape. Maybe it's grape. But yeah, like the video, subscribe. We'll be back. Peace.
We'll be back Saturday.
Yeah, peace. Later. And we're not gonna do the watch along on Saturday. We'll just give you a regular show.
No, it comes on too late. That's the main thing for me. I have to work that day. So
yeah, so we are. Peace.